Alright, am I streaming? I'm live. Okay. Alright, we're gonna play a game called Canidae. I know it's some kind of story-based story something. I don't know. Let's see, can I get anybody in here? Let's see. Ah, fuck it. Alright, it's Ronan. We're going to be playing a game called Canidae. I don't know much about it. My face is blocking the Oh, someone's in here. What's going on? Who's in here? Oh, Slate. Yeah, what's up, Slate? Alright. I'm playing a game called Canidae. Don't remember what it's about. I downloaded this a really long time ago, so I'm gonna just jump into it and see what it is. Let's go. Okay. I try to flick the lighter again, getting more and more desperate now. Okay. I can feel their eyes on me as I fail again to light the fuse, my hands starting to shake. Okay. Picturing the scowl on Red's face, I flick it harder and lit. I quickly hold it against the fuse as it snakes up the length faster than I was expecting. Remembering my fear of the explosion, I scramble to my feet and run towards them. Clambering noisily to the bushes, I can see Blue perched on a rock and Red leaning against a tree. Oh, okay. Is that the fireworks? Plumes of smoke erupt out of the rocket, and the noises get louder and louder and louder until a few sparks sprinkle to the ground. But the rocket doesn't even fire. It's a dud. Darn. I start to feel their eyes on me again. Red sighs dramatically. Red. Man, seriously? I slowly turn around to face him, my chest constricting as I realize how much I've fucked up. Red, you swore up and down to me that this would be the best way to start the night. You made us watch this instead of going over to Liam's. He breathes in heavily through his mask, the dark eye holes making it impossible to read his expression. I can tell he's becoming furious. He starts to fiddle with his bat. Green, listen man, I'm sorry. Sean told me how good these were gonna be, and I really believed him. I wanted to impress you. There's still the rest of Halloween. His posture changes as I start to grovel, relaxing the white knuckle grip on his bat. I know it still won't be good enough. Damn, why is he so like relaxed, bro? I look over at Blue for support and he just stares back, oddly still. Green, I'll do whatever you want for the rest of the night to make it up. I promise I won't pussy out like with Ed. Red barks out a short laugh at that, back to lazing against the tree trunk. Blue huffs, then starts to root around his bag, gripping something. I'm gonna make you regret that promise, runt. Besides, you already owe me. If the night is gonna prove after that, let's go. Any ideas of what to subject him to, Blue? My chest starts to tighten again, knowing exactly what Blue considers fun use of his free time. What does that mean? I used to catch him pulling the limbs off bugs when we were younger, not knowing he graduated to something stronger. Okay, so he's a serial killer. Until I found the mice in his room. Okay, yeah, so he's a serial killer. Got it. Cool. Blue, I have been meaning to. Wait, I know what you're gonna do. We're gonna make the runt get back at Sean for his shitty fireworks. A rock through his window, maybe? I started to breathe again, realizing I'm not going to be subjected to whatever Blue was thinking of. What the hell was Blue thinking of? Yo, and why do I have Hitler in my chat? What? I mean, thanks for the follow, but why is your name Hitler? Okay, we're gonna move on from that. Yeah, I start to breathe again, realizing I'm not going to be subjected to whatever Blue was thinking of. My stomach sinks the second I realize what I'll be doing instead. Okay, wait. I don't know if he deserves... You said anything to make it better, right? This is anything. Sean has deserved it ages before this. Remember when he stole Liam's bike and wouldn't admit it? A rock is getting off lightly. Okay. Red starts to saunter in the direction of Sean's house, and I scramble up behind him. Feeling a prickling in my neck, I turn around and spot Blue stood still behind us. He's staring up at the moon, heavy in the sky. I look a little closer, but then he seems to snap out of it and turn towards me. Okay, hold on. What? I don't know, this music is kind of going crazy right now. I scratch the skin under my thick mask, trying to focus on him. A funny feeling starts to form in the back of my mind, like we're somehow making eye contact underneath our masks, even though I can't make out his face. Hurry up! Jesus, you too scared of the dark or something? Blue looks back at the road, straightening up and beginning to amble towards us. I realize how long I've been frozen watching him and scurrying in Red's direction. Red snickers at his own joke loudly, and I try to relax again. It feels like we've talked for ages by the time we arrive on Sean's street, probably more like 10 minutes. The dread in the pit of my stomach has only strengthened over the walk. Every trick-or-treater we walk by makes me feel worse. A family passes me and I suddenly realize how public this is going to be, on a day where everyone is outside. The dread solidifies further. Violation detected. What are we talking about? Man. In contrast, Red whistles cheerily next to me, the shaggy wolf's head he's wearing muffling it into an ominous tune. Blue stalks behind us, breathing heavily. It sounds somehow like he's finished running a marathon. Okay, I don't like how Blue is, I don't like how he's acting. Red jauntily raises his bat up to the house like some kind of circus ringleader. What? What is happening? Oh, you thought you were slick, huh? Yeah, how about that? There we go. Anyways, Red jauntily raises his bat up to the house like some kind of circus ringleader. Okay. Well, here we are. Looks empty, so try not to shit yourself. Gotcha. Am I all good? I'm all good. Hold on. I need to check something. Yeah, alright. He turns around suddenly, surveying the nearby houses. Spotting something he likes, he wanders over to a crumbling brick wall across the street. He kicks harshly at it, old bricks showering across the path. Reaching down, he dislodges a large chunk. Here you are, Runt. With that big a target, you shouldn't be able to miss. Yeah, alright. Well, can one of you guys watch out for trick-or-treaters? You sure there's nobody here? You scared of kids, man? Jesus, just throw the fucking thing. Okay. Blue. Get his bedroom window, if you can manage it. I want him to know. I don't know about this. Why don't we just... You said you would do anything, and you will, or tonight is gonna get much worse. Yo, who am I hanging out with? Like, these are the worst people right now. Like, why? Why am I hanging out with these people? These people are awful. Yeah, but if you have to ruin it, I'll have to make you regret it. Okay. He's stalking towards me, waving his bat madly. I feel like I'm speaking to an alien. He's a dick, sure, but now he's more like a man possessed. I step back, feeling myself start to hyperventilate. A large shape appears next to his bat, gripping it firmly enough that his waving stops instantly. What is happening? I realize it's Blue as Red lets out a snarl in surprise. Red, get the fuck off me, man. He tries to whirl on him, but an inhuman roar rips through the night atmosphere. Red nearly drops the brick clutched in his other hand. What is happening? I realized that it had come from Blue. Hey, whoa, alright. Just throw the goddamn thing, okay? It's like he's been sedated. Blue releases the bat and Red's arm flops lazily down to his side. Blue looks at me and nods. Okay, I'm doing it. I'll throw... There's a rush of bile in my throat as I look away, incapable of processing whatever I had just seen. Unthinking, I raise the brick, breathe in, and throw. The glass shatters, pouring into the bedroom. Damn, I'm like reading a whole story and shit. Damn. Abruptly, I realize I can breathe again and take deep gulps of the night air. Red jumps up, hooting enthusiastically at the destruction. Click. Shit, let's go. I take off sprinting down the road, footsteps pounding behind me. Red laughing. My lungs start to burn, but I keep pushing until the world around me starts to get blurrier. I can feel my heart beating out of my chest, deafening me. Finally, I stumble up against the house and stop to rest. Ah, God. What's so funny, man? Jesus, I can't believe he was there. God, that makes up for the fireworks. But what if we're wearing masks? Relax. True. Red's attempted comfort does not make me feel better. I feel like the world is closing in on me. Can you imagine the look on his face? Probably woke him up from a fucking nap. Jesus. That, or he was wanking in the dark. That too. That sets him off into further peals of laughter. Clutching his chest. Slowly, the world around me starts to right itself again. That's a new best from you, says Blue. Blue is looking down at me, his whole body curled up against the wall, but somehow still towering over. Hey, yeah, that definitely beats stealing a pint from the pub. Red punches me in the shoulder and I start to laugh with him, admittedly pretty amused by the idea of Sean's reaction. Ah, God. Blue, my turn to be compensated for the fireworks? Oh, God, I gotta do something for this guy now? I peer up at Blue, suddenly remembering what had just happened between him and Red, and what I had promised. My heart drops. Why not? Let's see if we can really make him braver, right? It just feels like Red doesn't even remember what had only just transpired between them, back to working together to torment me. Maybe we could do something more Halloween-y now, right? I have something in mind. Yeah, I don't like whatever Blue has in mind, because this guy's a serial killer. I take a deep breath, suddenly regretting it as I notice a putrid smell wafting on the breeze. Oh, what has he got, a dead animal with him? I recoil slightly, then try to conceal my reaction as I realize the scent is coming from Blue. He's not the kind of person who normally smells, well, good, but this is a lot even for him. He reaches into his bag and pulls out a small shoebox, discolored and torn. Oh, good. Wonder what's in it. The smell gets considerably worse as he holds... Oh, shit. Wait. What did it say? Considerably worse as he holds out towards me. It smells sweet. In the most sickening possible sense. I resist the urge to gag as I picture whatever could be inside. Red reaches over, trying to grab the box from his hands, but Blue quickly moves it from his reach. Dude, what the fuck is in there? It smells worse than when my cousin left a plate of rotting eggs in my room. Why did your cousin have a plate of rotten eggs? You can't open it. It's not for you. Man, tell me there's not anything fucked up in there. Red shifts onto his back foot before turning away slightly. Actually, I think you'll appreciate this when you know the recipient, says Blue. Red inclines his head back in Blue's direction, encouraging him to keep speaking. Blue, I made it for Jack. Red stops shifting around and suddenly goes completely still. I can't believe this is being brought up. Whatever happened with Jack happened long before I was involved, but I've gotten a sense it was pretty serious. He used to be a good friend of Red's and was dating Red's sister, but from what I know, the relationship got pretty fucked up. I've also gotten the sense that he's a terrifying guy. God, seriously? We're having revenge tonight, and he deserves it. You know it. All we have to do is get Green to leave this for him. I remember my place in all this and snap back into reality. I really don't want to be involved in one of Blue's schemes. I don't blame you. The way he's acting makes me feel like I'm going to be staring in some crime documentary a year from now. Red clearly notices he's lost control of the night, and I can see him trying to rally himself in my peripheral vision. Hey, thanks for the likes, appreciate it. Well, I won't say no to that. He deserves it. Oh, wait. God damn it, I keep clicking. It'll make this one less useless for sure. Okay. He slaps me on the shoulder, but his enthusiasm rings completely hollow. It's not hard to see his heart isn't in it. Still, it's much harder to get out of this now he's approved. Listen, I get what you're doing. I'm losing my reading skills here. Listen, I get what you're doing, but I don't think I can do this without knowing what's in the box. I look over at Red for support, but he doesn't seem to be paying me any attention, scuffing his boots against the pavement. Okay. Blue, not until you put it there. Come on, why not? No, you can see it if you do it. I hold his gaze for a very tense couple of seconds. It doesn't take a genius to figure out what is probably in that box. His quote-unquote experiments flash in my mind, and I can feel myself becoming even more aware of the smell. Inclining my head up at him, I swear I can see the snout on his mask curling up into a snarl. Okay. Jumping, I push myself backwards against the wall and look again, but his mask is completely the same as it was before. Slowly, he pushes the cardboard box in my hands, no reaction at all to me nearly jumping out of my skin. He swivels on his foot and starts striding off down the street, Red reproachfully following behind. He hunched over more, boots dragging loudly as he walks. You could get the impression he had just woken up, if it wasn't for his bat. Even in the darkness, I could see him gripping it tightly, the veins on his arms prominent from the force. Eventually, I start to trail behind, actively trying not to look at the box in my hands. It dawns on me that Blue prepared whatever I'm holding long before our plans got derailed, which means he was going to do something fucked up to this guy anyway. Revenge is clearly not a motive for him. Thinking about that just makes me feel sicker, so I try to focus on the Halloween decorations. Jack's house turns out to be pretty close, Blue having led us there. Luckily, it's getting pretty late now, and there seems to be less families about. I trudge along with the group before Red suddenly swings his bat out to his side, blocking me from walking. Ah, what? Don't get any closer. His lights are on. His earlier cheery demeanor is completely gone as he scans the house. Blue, there's an alley around the back that leads straight to his garden. Okay, so this guy, scoped out his house before they even got there. Yo, Blue, something's gonna happen with Blue. Something crazy's gonna happen with Blue. Just turn right and hop over the second fence. That's his. Bro, you got too much info on this guy. I really do not like how quickly this is escalating. I should have dealt with this guy a long time ago. Red's mood shift is almost not helping, as I imagine if he lingers here much longer, he might actually get to use his bat. I realize I need to just get this over with, but I just can't. Guys, this is crazy, yeah? Stop being a little fucking weasel, alright? Aren't you supposed to be a coyote tonight? I had forgotten how quick he had been to fly off the handle earlier, but watching him turn on me so fast, I realized how much more unstable he seems. I want to know how these guys became your friends. I can't even bear to look at Blue, knowing he orchestrated this beforehand. Alright. First turn on the right, yeah? Blue just nods affirmatively. I don't want to know why he knows this. I could take a few guesses. Stumbling into the alley, I realize the stench of the box is only getting worse. I gag a little, but try to quiet myself as I get closer. Shuddering, I realize I could leave it in the alley or find some bin for it. There's no reason to get arrested doing Blue's weird shit when he'll never know otherwise. As I look into the alley, my eyes are drawn upwards to the sky. A horrible shiver goes up my spine as I look at the moon surprisingly large among the stars. The feeling that something is deeply wrong fills my chest, but the moonlight is relaxing. Oh, God. My legs start to move of their own accord, and I realize I'm going to fulfill Blue's task anyways. The fence stretches up before me, and I reach up to grasp the top, hauling myself ungracefully up and over. I land with more of a thump than I would have liked in his garden, urgently trying to assess my surroundings. It's a pretty disgusting garden, patches of grass wilting and piles of rotting wooden furniture laying in the corners. Nearer to the door lies a large wire cage among various clothes that have clearly fallen off the washing line and have been left in the dirt. Hearing movement on the other side of the fence, I remember the situation I'm in. I scramble up to the back door and quickly lay the box down, pausing as I grip the lid. Thanks for the likes and all the people joining. Appreciate y'all. What the fuck is that? A rabbit? It's clearly been skinned and left to sit in this box for who knows how long. Wait. Congealed blood coating the inside. Good. Good. A wave of nausea hits me faster than I can process it, and I pry off my mask before vomiting into the grass. I feel dizzy as I look up again, trying to contain my retching. Fuck. I try not to think about the implications of what I'm looking at and turn away from it, back towards the fence. This is fun. I grasp it again, hop, and nearly fall flat onto the ground on the other side. Breathing deeply, I wipe my eyes under the mask and try to pick myself back up. I lean heavily against the wall for a second, my legs not willing to cooperate. I'm not in the garden anymore, but I'm still too close by, so I hasten to my feet and drag myself into the street. I avert my gaze as I approach them. I can't bear it. Blue. Right, let's go. I hear Red moving away from us as I try to shadow him, bringing my breathing back to a normal level. A hand grips my shoulder and I hear mocking laughter from over it. Hey, it'll get a reaction. He's too close to me and I can't even stomach a nod to the affirmative. I swallow. Red, you gotta tell me what's in that box, seriously. I tilt my head lopsidedly up at him, trying to focus on the words. Blue, it was my plan, I'll tell you. I did say you'd be impressed. Red stands at attention, clearly hating the suspense. Blue, I remember you mentioning he had a rabbit. What? He thinks it went missing 6 days ago. Bro, he killed his rabbit? He'll know where it went now. The world feels like it goes out from under me as I watch Red's reaction. His shoulders tense up even further, then they drop, then they tense again. He looks away wildly and then looks back. His rabbit? What is this music? Wait, this shit funky, bro. What the fuck? His bat starts to move at his side, twitching as he shakes. That goddamn rabbit. My sister loved that thing, you sick fuck. What the hell is wrong with you? Uh-oh. He snarls and I swear I see a flash of yellow in the eye holes of his mask? A wolf staring back at me? What is going on? All at once he leaps at Blue, bat raised over his head. I throw myself out of the way as Blue grasps him mid-air, their bodies colliding as they both tumble to the floor. Yo, hey, shit's getting wild. Hey, stop. I feel like I'm watching something more animal than human, bodies and matted fur rolling in constant motion. Red quickly lifts his bat and swings, Blue's head snapping to the side with the force. Oh shit. Oh shit, they getting to it. This music is going crazy, I can barely hear shit. Okay, hold on, I need to turn this down, I can't hear shit. He goes limp for a second before surging back to life, kicking at him. Red raises his arm to strike at him again, but Blue roars and then throws himself upward. Rolling over, he uses his sheer size to pin Red beneath him. I should step in, but I can't breathe. He grips Red's mask, slamming his head down into the pavement with incredible brutality. And again. Oh shit. And again. Oh, holy shit. I am helping you, you idiot. Have you done anything to him this whole time? Get your own revenge. The light goes out of Red's eyes, the formerly primal energy seeming to dissolve instantly. They look almost comical on the ground, two men in Halloween masks wrestling each other in the grass. I can't believe how different it seemed just a second before. Blue gets off of him, wiping at the grass stains on his trousers, like he's been mildly inconvenienced. I can't move. She loved that thing. Red lays there limply for a second before climbing roughly to his feet and steadying himself. I'm gonna go get a drink. How old are these guys? Are these like grown men doing this shit? I need a beer. Just stay here. He turns to me, holding my gaze for what feels like an eternity. He starts to limp away from us, but speeds up the further he gets until he's running full speed around the corner. I realize how he's left me. Alone with him. I turn away from Blue, trying to process everything that just happened. Oh wait, did I miss something? The moon is unnaturally large in the sky, hanging ominously over us. I stare at it, trying to imagine it as some kind of cosmic paradise I could escape to. As I gaze at it, my vision starts to fuzz at the corners. I feel as if I can see Red's bat raised up as he gets ready to strike. I see Blue and his experiments, mice rotting in their cage. I feel an overwhelming pressure building in my chest, a rage filling me up and threatening to spill over. Every time Red has screamed at me, every time I've seen Blue perform some sick stunt, everything I've seen tonight. Staring at the milky surface of the moon, I see all the violence I can inflict back on them, all the pain. Blue crunches through the grass to me, snapping me out of my thoughts. The second I look away from the moon, the cacophony inside my head grows quiet, but an incredible yearning to look back blossoms in its place. Blue is looking up at the same view. Blue? I'm not really thinking as I speak, a strange confidence coming over me. What? Let him be the crybaby for the night. I cough and stare down at the grass, the breeze starting to chill me through my costume. You can't fucking attack each other. It isn't right. You have no idea. I have no idea how I'm doing this. He flicks his gaze over to me, annoyance starting to show in his stance. You'll notice he was the one to attack me. Am I supposed to not defend myself? Fair point. There's an incredible threat in his tone now. You knew what you were doing. I've known you long enough to be sure that you knew exactly what you were doing with Red and that poor fucking rabbit. His head really flicks to me this time, and before I know it, he slammed me back against the fence. I choke out as he pins me against it, one hand on my neck and the other gripping my left arm. I'm getting freaky with it. What's going on? You're a coward. Grow up. He squeezes harder. I pinwheel my legs around in an attempt to kick at him. But he's too strong. I did it because he deserves it. You think I care about what? Our personal bond? I scratch at his hold with my other arm, cringing away from his rancid breath. I wanted a reaction out of him and I got it. You get so upset over what happens to a bunch of animals, but you don't realize. He slams me back into the fence again. You're both mice in the cage. You're just the more pathetic one. Alright, bro. I don't know how you've been this guy's friend this long, but it's time to cut this dude off if he doesn't like kill you right here or some shit. One of my kicks finally connects a little harder, his knee buckling under him. I try to dive away, but he's still latched onto my arm and he pulls himself down on top of me, snarling. I cringe from the punch, my head snapping against concrete. Look at me. Look at me. He grasps the snout of my mask and pulls it around, facing directly towards him. My head throbs from his attack, but as my eyes focus in, I see that he's not human anymore. His mask has come alive, the formerly dark eye holes illuminated by a piercing yellow gaze. He snarls louder, his canines shining in the light of a street lamp. I can feel his claws digging into the flesh of both my arms. Oh, okay. It's almost like he's trying to speak to me, a twisted growl fighting its way out instead. Suddenly, I see the moon over his shoulder, my vision sharpening down to a point. I twist and kick, sending him toppling over my side. I clamber to my feet and kick at his torso, only vaguely hearing the sound of my own snarling as I strike again and again. Stepping back, I feel a deep wrongness within myself. His crumpled form lays beneath me, chest heaving as he takes in deep gulps of breath. So wait, are they all werewolves? What is going on? The moonlight shines on him now, even larger on the horizon. I realize I want to kill him. What? Okay, I have options. I have two options here. I got embrace it and fight back. You know, this guy's embrace it. This guy's a dick. An incredible warmth fills me as I stare down at him. The breeze rushes around my ears, the sound of the grass rustling filling the soundscape. I can hear mice scampering through the dirt and feel an urge to rush towards them, but Blue's wheezing reminds me of what I'm doing. I turn to him, tense as I watch him twitch. Something crunches hard. He brings his legs up the stand, but his leg spasms as his boot falls away, revealing a clawed foot. He groans as his bones shift out of place, his arms snapping and reshaping before my eyes. I take the opportunity given to me and pounce. He lets out a half-formed snarl as I try to bite at his neck, only vaguely aware that my mask is in the way. So they're werewolves? What is happening? My body has started to feel incredibly distant, and I switch to ranking down his torso with my nails. A horrible squeal emits from his throat, which switches to a choked snarling as his body continues to fight against him. I can feel him reshaping underneath me, his large torso creaking and shuddering. Slamming my knee down into him, I feel a sickening snap as his chest caves in. I'm fucking him up. His yellow eyes stare up at me, and for a second I wonder what I'm doing. I feel a horrible shifting in my leg, and then I feel my knee joint disconnect. Fuck. The fox kicks out underneath me, his clothes now engulfing him. I try to keep my hold on the squirming mass beneath me, but my vision blurs as my hips shift and crunch. Okay. I fall backwards, my head striking the pavement. The pain engulfs me as I lay there, spasming as I try to resist the changes. Another wave hits me as I try to scrabble to my feet, my trousers tangled around my feet. Okay. The pain now radiates through my arms, each of my fingers cracking as they reform into tiny stumps. This is great. Grog! Oh, and now I'm just a full-fledged fox, coyote. Okay, so we're not werewolves, or I don't know what's happening. As the feeling fades for a brief second, the fox lands on top of me. Teeth sink into my neck and I try to scream. Oh, I'm sorry, Blue is a fox. Okay. I try to swat at the furred form above me, my half-formed legs useless as the pain swamps me. The teeth dig in further, twisting as I feel something tear. Warmth gushes down my neck, and I desperately summon all my strength to throw the fox off, hearing it smack the tarmac next to me. It squeals and squirms. I turn over, attempting to use my right arm to clutch at the deep gash. My shoulder feels fused in place, and I realize my arm can no longer reach up to my neck. I thud down limply as my strength leaves. Ugh. I hear claws scrambling next to me, knowing I can't fight back. I uselessly curl in on myself and try to use my malformed body to defend my head. This is fucked up. Struggling to breathe, the overwhelming urge to rip at my throat engulfs me. I feel my flesh give way to teeth and claws. Pinpricks of fire erupting across my body. My throat is raw from screaming. Nausea fills my chest as I realize my head is reshaping, my jaw lengthening and snapping into place. My gums burn as large canines pierce their surface. A deep itch covers my whole body. I nearly choke on my own tongue as I try to shut my mouth, my mask growing completely suffocating. I can barely register the creature above me, the world starting to go dark as everything swamps me. Oh, okay, now I'm a monster, I guess. I wake with a start, raking my claws against the fox. It's smaller than I am, blood soaked into its matted fur. My whole body screams, but the adrenaline within me is overpowering. I lunge at it. I lunge at the it. The squealing only drives me on. I swipe at its face, clawing lines from its ear down to its eye. It's stumbling back from me, and I push, biting down against its pathetic form. Blood hums underneath warm fur, and I go in for the kill. One last horrifying squeal rises from its throat, but it goes limp in my jaws. What am I doing right now? Like, what is this? What? Okay. Well, Blue is dead, I guess. I pull back, faint recognition stirring in my mind. The longer I look at it, the more confused I feel. This isn't where I should be, and I don't remember why I'm here. Swiveling my ears, I refocus on my environment. The sky is getting lighter on the horizon, and I grow cornered about getting back home. I don't know what that is. Everything feels increasingly fractured, a sense of tragedy blossoming in my chest. I trot in a small circle, recognition beginning to flicker but fading away faster than I can understand it. I look back at my own prey, worried somehow that it was still alive. Completely unmoving, it lays there. In the corner of my vision, I see the source of the growls. A large wolf stands in the distance, teeth bared and glinting. Okay, well there's Red. I guess he changed. Tragedy turns to horror, and the horrible recognition only grows. The moonlight shines down on it, wet blood coating its snout. Oh, he killed somebody. It stalks towards me faster now. I have no time to think. I run. I know I can outrun it, but everything in my body is screaming at me to try. I know I can't outrun it. The pounding behind me is only getting louder. Run. Run. Run, 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 run. The world smears past me in streaks of light, labyrinthian streets yawning out at me. It's getting closer. Run. I don't know where I'm going, but I feel purpose. Something in me is desperately trying to break free. Yo, is this game like this is a furry horror game. Like, this is what this is. I don't know what else this would be. It is almost upon me now. Run, 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 run. Cool. Oh, I'm fucked. Colliding heavily with me, it sends me flying across the grass. I dodge the snarling jaws over me and scamper to the side. Teeth come down on my back and back leg, and a sickening crunch rings out. I scream, choking on my own saliva. The slavering jaws are on me, tearing into the wound. I swipe out, feeling my claws pierce one of the wolf's eyes. Liquid runs over my paw. Okay. It retreats, stumbling over its own paws of blood as spurts from its face. I clamber upwards, forgetting the extent of my injury. A deep snap and a feeling of wrongness radiates through my body, and I fall heavily down to the floor. I can't feel my leg. I realize all at once that I am not getting away. The wolf stalks back towards me, a deep growl rumbling in its chest. I brace myself, knowing that it rips into my neck, my mangled throat coming apart instantly. Oh, good. Instead of pain, numbness begins to fill my body. I try to raise a hand up to stop the flow, but I have no hand to stop it. A pool of warmth blossoms beneath me, my body tingling as it does. It feels much nicer than the chill of the wind. My head flops down on its own, and I realize I can't lift it back up. I look at the house in front of me. The night is peaceful. Recognition flickers distantly in my head. I look closer, the smell of something in the kitchen wafting out towards me. This feels... I know where I am. My claws scrabble once or twice on the grass as I try desperately to stand. Ending 1, Embrace. Freedom Dream, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Let's go. We are now at 50 followers. 50 followers on the account. Thanks for playing. No problem. Oh, I didn't save. Okay. Wait. Okay, wait. So, I'm gonna do the other, I guess... why not? I'm already here. I'm gonna do the other ending. Okay, fight back. Let's fight back this time. I resist the boiling anger rising within me, reaching up and grasping my mask. I feel hot and claustrophobic, wanting out of this stupid costume as quickly as possible. A hissing noise fills my head, growing louder as I dig my fingers into the greasy fabric. It grows in volume, and I can feel my legs starting to shake. I pull and fresh air pours in. The glow of the moon no longer seems inviting, but revolting. I look down at Blue's damaged form, and it feels as if miasma is surrounding him. The air is charged as I approach him, whatever was influencing me clearly having seeped down into his body. A heavy breathing sound, more likely growling, and I see his chest rising and falling rapidly. I don't know whether to run or wait or try to help him. I've seen him be fucking cruel, but I never imagined he would attack one of us. As I crouch there, he starts to change. A twitch starts in Blue's leg, looking almost like a dog trying to scratch itself. Suddenly, a sickening crunch rings out. Grarg! I fall back and scrape my hands across the tarmac as he starts wildly twisting around. The screaming coming from him is like nothing I've ever heard, and there are horrible deep crunches emanating with it. As he kicks his leg out, his boot comes flying off, revealing a clawed foot. A deep sickness forms in my gut, and I crawl over, trying to pin the lower half of his body. I'm not sure what I'm even trying to achieve, but the horror in my stomach spurs me on. He catches me with a claw as I fail again to grasp him at the knee. His form smaller than I expected. Something crunches again, louder this time. If I couldn't hear his body, I would think he was having a seizure. This is clearly much worse than that. Yeah, no, you don't say. I finally pin his lower body, something in his torso shuddering as I do. I look up to see him clawing at his mask, inhuman hands tearing into himself. All at once, it hits me. The mask! He keeps thrashing, no indication that he can hear at all. I realize I need to get it off of him, and fast, before his body deforms further. Wait a minute. I just realized. Was this inspired by Goosebumps? This is just like that episode, isn't it called The Mask? Or The Masks? It's like a Halloween episode, they wear the mask and it like turns them into the monster.
Oh no, Sabrina. There's no line. There's no line here. I'm gonna tell my mom. Those eyes. Those eyes in the mirror. What about them? They're not my eyes, Sabrina. My eyes don't look like that. Try to calm down, Cully Beth. Those aren't my eyes. Where are my eyes? Where am I?
Is that not what this is? This is the same thing. So the mask is turning them into animals, I guess? This sounds like some furry propaganda to me, bro. I don't know. I realize I need to get it off of him and fast before his body deforms further. I reach over trying to grasp at his head, but he twists it back and forth ceaselessly. I gasp as his fist connects with my abdomen, feeling winded as I try not to fall off him. As something snaps beneath me, I surge upwards, hands reaching wildly. Reaching and... God! I grasp the snout of the mask and pull up, twisting. There's more resistance than I expected, and he bucks me off with another kick. Still, I keep my hold on it and pull harder. The fabric emanates warmth, and I try not to think of the implications as I rip and hear a tear. I fly back as the mask finally comes away, landing roughly on my back. Breathing sharply, I collapse back against the road. Ha! Ha! Holy shit. Once the hammering has resided in my chest a little, I slide unsteadily back to my feet. I can finally see his face, blood-soaked but intact. His eyes have rolled back in his head and his body's breathing is faint, but I can no longer hear his body shifting and breaking. It dawns on me the kind of changes his body has already gone through. I don't even know a little bit of what this could mean for him. There's a ringing in my head as it starts to set in. I mean, he attacked me, but I can't imagine him deserving that. He just changed. I look back up at the moon, but it makes the ringing louder, so I quickly avert my gaze. Fucking Christ. The world feels like it's tilted on its axis as I look down at my own hands, then the mask. Have I changed as well? Would that have happened to me if I hadn't taken my own mask off? That thought makes the sickness in my stomach nearly bubble over, and I take a deep breath of the night air. Yo, okay, where did y'all get these masks from? That's what I want to know. Like, where did y'all get these from that like, they change you in the moonlight, I guess? Should I call someone? What would I even say? You would say, hey, 911, you remember that Goosebumps episode where the mask, like, caused people to turn into monsters? Yeah, can I get, like, a car over here? Can I get a cruiser here, please? That's what I would say. My head is really spinning now, and I resist the urge to sit down. Oh, here comes the red wolf. The sound is distant, but I feel as if I've been hollowed out. The rumble seeps into my bones as I look around for the source. There he is. In the corner of my eye, I see it. Piercing yellow eyes stare back at me from the darkness. Horrible recognition swamps me. I know at once that this creature is red. Yep. Good. His lips curl as the snarl grows in volume, slowly stepping towards me from the shadows. As light is cast on him, I see the unmistakable tint of dark blood around his jaws. I wonder what he killed. Like, what did he kill? He moves with a predator's grace towards me. I flick my eyes down at Blue, realizing I can't leave him like this. As I look back up, the wolf's even closer to me, moving silently across the road. I know I have to act, and I have no idea what to do. There's no way I can carry Blue anywhere, but he can't get himself away. I look back up at it. The muscles in its hulking form shift elegantly under the matted fur, its huge size becoming clearer every second. Yeah, you're fucked, buddy. I realize there is nothing I can do for Blue. No, you can't. Turning, I run. My heart thumps against my ribcage. Resisting clattering to the floor as I sprint away, I slam my foot back into my shoe as it nearly falls off. I don't hear anything behind me, panting, filling my ears. Spots begin to appear in my eyes, so I'm forced to stop and lean against a building. I breathe heavily, memories of running away after throwing the rock flooding back to me. It feels like years ago, even though it can only have been an hour. The moon hangs heavily overhead, its sickly glow calling out to me again. I can hear a horrible rending of flesh as it shines on me, shredded by sharp canines. I pound my fist against the wall until I can no longer hear it, and sink down. I must be losing my mind. Wait, so did Red kill Blue? I think he killed Blue. Deliriously, I close my eyes and see that blood-soaked maw. I think of Jack, and an epiphany comes to me. I don't know why, but I feel in my core that it was his blood. Oh. Shakily, I rise to my feet, an unknown sense of purpose beginning to fill me. Red must have killed him. I know it. I don't feel tethered to reality anymore, but I know what has done this. Red must have gone back for his revenge. I already know I've left Blue to die. If I had just not done his sick prank, or not fucked up the night in the first place, maybe none of this would have happened. I don't know about that one. I can't let people keep dying. I realize I'm going to need to kill that creature. I'm going to need to kill Red. My legs start to move without me, and I let them lead. I feel myself coming in and out of reality as I stumble around. Halloween decorations flickering in the dark. I need to find him again, and I'm concerned about what I'm going to see when I reach him. I hold in a retch as images of Blue flash in my memory. Unlike Red, I'm not used to getting into fights. I draw a small pocket knife out of my trouser pocket, warm from the proximity. Realistically, the blade is tiny. I got it as a gift and only really carry it out of the habit and convenience. I try not to think about how I'm actually going to use it, and I flip out the blade and clutch the handle. Slowly I stagger back into the street with Blue. I quickly avert my eyes as a large, bloodied form catches my attention. I know exactly who it belongs to. I hold in a retch as I half walk, half run past it, seeing no sign of the wolf around. Okay, Blue is dead. I start breathing again as I enter the alley nearby, almost pitch black in the darkness. I eventually realize I've nearly worked my way back the field where our night began, and quicken my pace towards it. My shoes crunch in the dewy grass, and I briefly hope I don't step in any dog shit. 'Cause that's what you're worried about right now. Okay, buddy. The thought seems ridiculous considering the circumstances, and I let out a slightly unhinged laugh. The bushes rustle to my side, and I look over. I see the yellow of his eyes first. The predatory form stalks outward from the tree line. Canines glinting. Here we go. I realize how hard I'm shaking as I see it drop some kind of fleshy mass from its jaws. A childish scream rings out, and I twist to see a kid in a ghost costume turning and running down the street. Sweets fly from their plastic pumpkin basket as they sprint out of view. Shit. I turn back around, seeing the wolf now significantly closer, maybe 3 meters away. Oh, thank you for the follow. Okay, now we're at 50. Alright, appreciate it, everybody, all the followers and everything. Thank you very much. I'm thankful. Hold on. Thank you. Thank you, people who are watching. Anybody who's watching, if you could follow the channel, I'd appreciate it. Thank you. I'm thankful it didn't chase after the kid. In a weird way, it seems to have jolted me out of my paralysis. I sprinted forwards. Oh fuck. A snarl rips out, the large beast charging forwards as well. Its large face collides with my arm as I twist out of the way last second. The wolf slams me back, and I quickly refocus on the knife in my left hand. It turns to me again and I plant the blade into its shoulder, warm blood coating my fist. It yelps, but keeps pushing forward. I try to hold it back with one hand, my fingers releasing the knife. Oh, shit. I realize how futile this is and I try to throw it back, feeling a claw pierce somewhere around my belly button. I scream. Okay, yeah, buddy, you're fucked. Teeth clamp over my hand and I scream once more. Okay. In a fit of adrenaline, I wrap my hands around its thick neck and use all the strength I can to summon. I slam its head down to the ground, feeling it go limp for just a second, and release my bloodied fist. Okay, this is not good. Terror consumes me and I jump to my feet, the world hazy. I started to limp away, quickening... Oh, oops. Wait. I started to limp away, quickening into a sprint as I hear pounding behind me. The pain in my hand darts up to my whole torso, feeling like an electric shock. As I reach the street, I realize I've got no idea what I'm doing, no possibility of outrunning this creature. The knife didn't seem to slow it down even a little. Terror grows in my chest, but a bin to my left gives me an idea. Okay. I don't know what that was about, but, Okay, moving on. Terror grows in my chest, but a bin to my left gives me an idea. Hearing the wolf right behind me, I reach out and grab. I stumble slightly as I pull down, but the bin clatters loudly to the floor behind me. The wolf slams into it, garbage spilling into the street. I take advantage of the brief distraction and turn sharply into another road. I have absolutely no direction, but something catches my attention. Strips of fabric lie in a heap, along with... Wait. A large, dented bat sits among it. No way. I have no time to consider what led me here as I reach down and grip the bat, hearing snarling behind me. Oh fuck. I swing, feeling metal collide with flesh. Another yelping snarl rings out and I see the furred body hit the floor. It recovers fast though, clawing back towards me. It moves faster than I expect, and the bat glances off as its teeth dig into my arm. Guk! I splutter and scream, but it digs in further. Oh, buddy. I fall back and hear something tear, those teeth finally leaving my arm. Okay. Everything starts to fade, but I urge myself back to reality as it surges towards my face. It moves in slow motion, and I feel myself swinging the bat up towards it. It gets closer and closer, and I hit first as it falls down, limp body flopping on top of me. I struggle to push it off, finally sliding my legs out from underneath it. And as I stand up, I swing again. It twitches and brings up a paw to stand. I decide to hit it again to be sure. And again. Damn! Everything goes still as I hit it again, seeing the color truly leave its eyes this time. My head spins as I realize it might actually all be over. I feel like I've slipped into a different world without my knowing. I look over at it, its chest no longer raising and lowering as it breathes. I remember exactly what it is. I laugh a little, feel sick, and throw up onto the street beside me. I sit down hard, feeling weakness throughout my whole body. Resting my head against the road, I watch the stars. I think of going back home, but I can't find the strength to move. A feeling of madness descends on me, and I realize something is truly broken. I clamber up to my feet, clutching the bat limply in my hand. I ignore the feeling of warmth gushing over my arm. As I begin to walk away, I hear police sirens in the distance. Ending 2. Fight back. Alright. I did it. 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 Oh my god. Okay, well, that was an interesting game. I don't know what I was expecting, but I can't say I was expecting that. So yeah. I think that's probably like my first visual novel that I've ever played. Okay. Now we got this funky ass music and shit. But yeah, that was Canidae. Definitely seems like it was heavily inspired by like Goosebumps, like that one episode that I'm talking about. But yeah, okay. That was pretty cool. Pretty interesting.